Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. Today, I wanted to showcase another video regarding questions. Uh, I wanted to share how any scammer from anywhere can get pretty upset when you start asking questions. It can be an Indian scammer, Pakistani scammer, Jamaican, Dominican, and in today's case, American. This guy is an American scammer running a jury duty scam. Jury duty scams typically start out of prison. They're done by prisoners in American prisons. They will start by calling you and telling you that you missed out on jury duty and there are warrants out for your arrest. This guy had called me and basically threatened me, screamed at me, called me names, insulted me, and so on. Of course, I gave it right back. None of that was recorded, but I recorded when they called me back. I wanted to show you how they behave, how they talk, and just to make everybody aware. It doesn't matter where the scammer is from. A scammer will be a scammer, and they will get angry when there's a little bit of pushback and when there's questions. The call is already in progress, and here we go.
Yes, sir. Hello?
Hello,
Miss Jennifer.
this is Jen. Yeah?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
if you felt like I was being a dick and or an asshole to you, I apologize. I was simply trying to tell you, ma'am, that I can answer all questions that you need answered if you just give me a brief second and you don't overtalk me. That's the only way that I can help you. By the time I get done talking, I can let you know everything that you probably would want to ask. After I'm done talking, ma'am, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I would have answered them to the best of my ability so that me and you don't have to get on the wrong foot. When you asked me the question that you asked me, ma'am, that was the same thing that I stated. I said, hey, don't ask so many questions. I said, allow me to explain to you. That way I can go ahead and get a process of alleviation for you. You then stated to me, ma'am, that I was being rude. I wasn't being rude. I didn't say that in a disrespectful tone, ma'am. I just said, hey, just give me a second and let me explain. So I do apologize. I'm gonna get you back over here to my captain, ma'am. I apologize about being a dick to you this morning. Okay, ma'am?
Well, it has really nothing to do about feelings. You're saying if I felt disrespected, you're sorry. It has nothing to do with if I felt. I felt nothing. You were being extremely unprofessional, ignorant, and disrespectful. Additionally, you were a fucking snowflake because the moment I talked back at you, you screamed at me like a crazy person, like an insane individual, calling me names, threatening me with arrest, and the more. Last,
Well,
I
ma'am,
was
I
very
wasn't
clear.
threatening.
Okay, okay. Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Go
Last,
ahead, sweetheart.
don't call me sweetheart. I don't know you. Thank God. Last, before I even opened my mouth, I said, Sir, Mr. Hayes, can I ask you a question? Your response to me, sir, was, Go ahead, which means to me that I could ask a question. But then you went crazy. You need help. You need mental help. You need to go to your supervisor and request a mental health evaluation, sir. The way you spoke to me, you should never speak to another person that way. You're a law enforcement official. You're a law enforcement official. With that attitude, you could kill someone. This is how people get killed by law enforcement because of attitudes like yours. You want to be mean to people and rude and unprofessional, but the moment somebody has a little bit of pushback, you go crazy. If you had a gun on you, you would have shot me. I know that for a fact. You're fucking crazy. You should be fired on the spot. Let me talk.
Ma'am. I would have never done that.
I'm done with you. I'm done.
Never done it.
I'm done with you. Let me talk to the other man, please. Get help.
Well, excuse the hell out of me. Captain? Yes, sir. All right now, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
This is Captain Jones here.
Okay, sir.
I do apologize for that inconvenience, ma'am. Mr. Hayes is usually not like that. It sometimes happens like that. How you doing, Major? I do apologize again. we'll have him recommended for a psych evaluation to see if there's some things going on with him as of right now. He usually doesn't snap like that. He usually doesn't call people out their names, such as bitches or anything of that nature. That's the first time in society, in my office, that he's ever done that. So I apologize about that.
Well, it's not your fault.
He could have forgotten to drink his morning coffee this morning, man.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault. You don't have to apologize. That's upbringing. That's nothing to do with work. That's his upbringing. His mama probably forgot to teach him manners. It's a failing of.
Let's not talk about his background and his mother.
It's true. I'm sorry.
We're not going to do that. Let's just be respectful.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
I understand it may be true, Miss Jennifer, but that's not our place here, not mine nor yours. So I don't want to talk about anyone's family members or anything of that sort.
Well, I mean, that's why. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's why society. That's why society it is the way it is. Look at the prison system. All those people in prison have mothers that failed. It's honest. Honestly.
I absolutely get it. I get it. I understand. Yeah. I definitely do.
I'm glad you do.
I understand completely, 110%. I would have snapped the same way you did, but I'm asking you here as the captain, man, because I can't speak about that on the open report line, man. You'll get me fired. We'll have to get off that subject, okay?
Okay, so he can call me a fucking bitch, and I'm gonna get you and all this, and I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna do all these things. He can do that on a recorded line, and he's not gonna get fired, right? But me making a comment about how utterly failing his mother is, that'll get you fired? That makes no sense, sir. Let's just move on, okay? Let's just move on.
It'll only get me in trouble, man, if I engage in a conversation with you. That's why I keep trying to change the subject of his mother.
It's a little bit funny. It's a little right. It's a little funny how he can call me all kinds of rude names and be absolutely vile to me, and he's not gonna get in trouble, right? But you engaging in a conversation
I just stated to you, ma'am, I just suspended our deputy here. As I just said to you, he's never done that before. He's never done that before.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But whatever. Let's move on.
Well, listen. You can be sure of this. He's never done it in front of the clerk of court and the captain.
Well, I know. He's a coward. He's a coward. He hides. And again, that's a failure of his mother, because that woman did not teach that man how to behave properly. That's it. You can trace all of the problems of society to mothers. If a mother's not good enough to raise a good man, that's the result right there.
I understand. I definitely understand, Ms. Jennifer.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
So the matters that are at hand that he was speaking with you about, Lieutenant Hayes, was concerning you missing a failed court appearance. What has happened is the Honorable Judge held you in contempt of court for missing that said court date. Now, with you missing that said court date, ma'am, it also cited you for failure to appear. With that being stated, what we'll have to do is get you placed upon a DNR list, which I see he's already, he tried to submit the verbal statement, but it didn't look like he did. So I'm going to have you submit that verbal statement again here with me. Then afterwards, which I'm going to submit that verbal statement directly into the clerk of court's email here, which she is in office and she was able to speak to her. And at that time, what we will do, we will be able to get you a process of alleviation.
Can I ask what that process would be? Or are you going to go crazy too by my questions?
Okay. That process of alleviation, ma'am, it comes from the clerk of court. So I want myself to know what that process is, because there's different processes from the civil department that you will undergo. So after we submit your verbal statement, she'll send me back an email. Once she sends me back an email, ma'am, I'm just simply going to read over it, and then I can let you know what you can do to make sure that you're not arrested and detained as of today, okay?
And how long would that take for you to know what the process will be?
It literally takes about 60 seconds to 2 minutes at the most.
60 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay. So let me say it again. Jennifer Garcia.
Okay. So what I need.
Today is 9/4/2025, and never did I receive any type of document on my mail. Okay. So there you go.
Thank you, please. Thank you, sweetheart.
Don't call me. Okay. You know what? Don't call me sweetheart. Don't call me sweetheart. Have a good day. Bye-bye. So I finally just hung up. I have a very strong suspicion, and I have a lot of evidence pointing to these guys being inside of a Georgia prison. Unfortunately, Georgia is the most prolific state that produces scams from inside prison. Tell your friends, tell your family. Doesn't matter what the scammer sounds like. As soon as you start asking questions, they will show you who they are. In any case, thank you once again for listening all the way to the end, and I will see you on the next one.